Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Let's Make an Open World RPG. And before we actually get into this episode, I would just like to tell you guys that right now I'm just going to be concentrating on this game. And the other videos that I'm doing, I'm going to put them to the back, but I'm still going to try to work on them when I get chances. But right now, I'm 100% focusing on this game. If you're here for the Let's Plays, I have been putting that off for a while. And I will continue when I get a chance to actually play the games, because right now I'm just working on this game and it's almost ready for the actual demo. Right now I'm actually working on the storyline, which I will be getting to right after this. Also the tutorials, I will try to do some tutorial snippets when I can, and also the new series that I started, which only has one episode. I will also try to do those every Sunday, minus the last Sunday that we just passed. But this Sunday I would definitely try to make another video. And the tutorial, I don't know what to do a tutorial on, so that's why I haven't been making those. But right now what we're going to be doing is working on the story, and as you can see, I've already started the story. So it's basically like this. The intro is the game when the game starts, you're gonna be in your room and you're gonna be you, and you're not gonna be your avatar inside the game. You're gonna be you. And when I say you, I don't mean you in real life. I mean you in the game, which is going to be transported into the game to be another person. But we'll get into that later. So you're gonna start the game in your room. You just bought a brand new game that you want to start playing, and the name of the game that you just bought was Minitown, Life in Minitown, which is a game that you're playing. So you open the game up and it says enter life, and that's where the character creation screen comes in. It's going to say enter life, and then you select yes, you pick your avatar and your class, and then once all of that is done, a blinding light just shines out of your computer, and suddenly you're sucked into it, and when you wake up, you're falling from the sky. I know in the previous versions I released, it says that you've jumped off the top of East Tower. I'm changing that up, and I've actually just came up with this right now as I was talking to one of my testers. Okay, so once you're falling out of the sky and you have woken up in the city, a mysterious voice welcomes you to the city, which was named Minitown, and then you realize that that's the name of the game that you were just about to play. You start to wonder if you're dreaming or what. You follow the voice's advice and enter your apartment. As you open up a box in your apartment, you receive a whole bunch of items, including a cell phone. As you pick up the cell phone, it rings, and a strange man named Dr. Vendo introduces himself to you. So he is a scientist in the Future Project, one of the scientists working on the transdimensional gateways. He tells you he knew that you would come through the gateway and tells you to come to the lab, and that's where I actually left off. So as you reach the lab, oh yeah, this episode is basically going to be me working on the story, so you can skip this or you can watch it. Either way, do whatever you want, but I would suggest watching it because I don't want to start the story without you guys knowing the plot line. As you reach the lab, this is how I write my story. I don't write it like I'm writing a book. I just write it on what happens and what happens, because if you think about it, it's kind of hard to transition. Let's say you want to make a game based on the book, it's kind of hard to like transition it, because it transition the book into the game, because it's really hard. I've actually tried. So I just write it what happens to what happens to what happens. So basically, like the actions, like if there's a battle scene, I put you fight the monsters, and then when you get through this, well, basically you just watch what I'm doing. Okay, so as you reach the lab, he explains to you that they were testing the actually they were testing the prototype gateway, and one of his they were testing the gateway, and one of his partner, they were testing the gateway, and something went wrong, obviously, because if something went right, this wouldn't be happening. Something went wrong, and his partner Okay, something went wrong and his partner got sucked into the gateway. Sucked into the gateway and entered entered your world, and in his place you were transported back. You were transported back. In his place, you were transported back here. You were in his place. You were transported back here. Oh, okay, yeah. I am just right. I am just now just breaking my whole thing. I'm testing the prototype of the gateway. Okay. Something went wrong. Ooh, no. Just enter. Something went wrong, and his partner entered your world. Okay. In his place, you were transported back here. 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 But you got the better end of the deal, as he was vaporized while traveling through the gateway. As he was traveling through the gateway. So you reach his live. He explains to you that they were testing a prototype of the gateway. Something went wrong and his partner got sucked into the gateway, and you also got sucked into the gateway. But for some reason, when you guys were passing through, his partner got vaporized and you didn't, and you went through, and his partner actually didn't go through. So his partner is dead. But spoiler alert, he's not going to be dead. He's actually going to be the one behind the whole thing. And he wanted to escape the game world. Actually, no. Does he want to escape the game world, or does he want to merge them? I don't know yet, but one of those. So, but he's not dead. They think he's dead, but he is not dead. He is definitely going to be the villain of this whole thing. So he was vaporized while traveling through the gateway. He explains to you that they are working on a way to fix they explain to you that the machine they explain to you that the machine was no longer working. So basically, this is just a rough sketch of how the story is going to be. This is just for me to visualize what I'm going to be doing for the cutscenes and the dialogues that are going to be in there. But this is just a rough sketch. So he explains to you that the machine was no longer working. It was no longer working. Oh my god, why would they come right now? I told them to come like 2 hours ago, and they want to come now when I'm making a video. I'm going to pause this real quick. Okay. He explains to you that the machine was no longer working. Now he also asked for no. He tells you to settle in the city while they worked on the repairs. That's it for that section. Later on you are called back to the lab as Dr. Vendel needs your help in finding the missing parts to the trans-dimensional gateway. Okay. So later on, he calls you because he needs your help to find the parts of the transdimensional gateway, and that's gonna be most of the game. You're just gonna be looking for the transdimensional gateways, and I haven't actually found out where. I don't know how many pieces they're gonna be and how many. I mean, and where they're gonna be located, but yeah, they're gonna be there some way, somehow. Actually, let me just make this a part of this. Okay. That's it for this episode of Let's Make an Open World RPG. So this is basically gonna be the setup to the story of the game and what's gonna be happening throughout the gameplay. An idea that I had was that the missing pieces are gonna be in the 3 gangs locations. So you're gonna get to join one of the gangs if you want, and if you don't want, you could just go beat them up and get the pieces from them, or you could just join one gang and then rank your way up to their leader and then get the part and then fight the other gangs to get their parts. But I'm still thinking of a way to get them. But right now, this is gonna be how this is gonna be the story for the game, and this is how you're gonna get into the whole situation. But don't forget that doctor is not dead. The Dr. Vendo's partner, who they thought was dead, is not dead. He's the villain of the whole game. So that's it for this video. See you guys when I do another video, which is, I don't know, later. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to help me out by subscribing, comment, and like. Especially comment, because I need you guys' opinion on the story and how it's gonna end up. If you guys have any suggestions, also make sure to comment below or send me a message. And if you guys have any ideas for any tutorials that I can make, please tell me, because I ran out of ideas on those. And thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.